Morning everybody, I'm Luke Sullivan with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. About a half an hour north of Denver. Come out and see us if you like. Today behind me I've got a 2024 Cimarron 3-horse gooseneck. Extra tall, extra wide. Before we get into it, we'll just take a quick peek at the drawings. You'll notice right away 7'7" tall, 7'6" wide. Gonna be a little roomier for some of our bigger horses. Also, just a hair over 5,100 pounds empty, so still a pretty easily towable trailer. Check out the front. We'll go straight away to our gooseneck. Kind of a new design from B&W. Worked it out with a lot of the bigger trailers. A lot of adjustment with this, so no matter your tow vehicle, we can get you riding level. You want to ride level with any kind of trailer you're towing with dual axles. Really kind of keeps the even tire wear, even weight distribution on both axles. That's what this new design has enabled us to do. We like it a lot. Very simple, open, closed. Typical safety chains. Really like the coiled emergency brake cable. Just kind of keeps the old long cable out of the way and getting tangled up and stuff. We'll move back towards the back. This is a manual crank trailer. If that's not your style, if you're looking for something a little different, we can add an electric over hydraulic jack to this, an equalizer system in our shop. Really easy for us to do. It makes a big difference with hooking up. Obviously, we've done this kind of to keep a price point a little bit lower, but easily added here. If that's something that really tickles your fancy, we can help you out with that, no problem. Full size matching spare wheel and tire. Great way if you have a flat, you're not just mismatched with a steel wheel that's looking a little bit out of place while you get your other replaced. We like to do that. We like the aluminum wheels. We think it really dresses these trailers up quite a bit. And Goodyear endurance tires. I think the Goodyear name speaks for itself. We'll look more into axles and tires as we go back the trailer. But also with Cimarron and Transwest, we have a deal with Lion's Head. 1 year, no questions asked tire warranty, whether it's road hazard, nail, you have any kind of flat, they will cover it. Take some pictures of it. If you need help kind of working with them, we can help you out with that. And just great peace of mind, especially with a brand new trailer a year down the road. We can help you out with that. Typical 7-plug, 7-pin adapter or plug for your truck. Lights, brakes, all your systems. Just like on a lot of the bumper pulls that Cimarron does, they do a little holder for it. I think it's just a great way to keep it out of the weather if it's raining. Keep your electrical connections secure, corrosion free, and I think it's just a neat little touch that Cimarron does that sets them apart from the others. So if we want to move around, we'll go to the tack room. Right away, you'll notice an oversized door. I think we're at 42 inches. Just makes in and out a lot easier, especially if you've got your saddle pad bars folded out on an electric or on a hydraulic or gas shock. Easy close, easy open, and save for the saddle rack. The extra width of that tack room door, if you've got some big Western saddles on here, still enables you to swing this open and close without rubbing your leather on the sharp corners. Also can still get in and out pretty easily too with it open like that. Again, also on a gas shock, just kind of does an easy open, easy close. Really nice feature. Coming inside right away, you'll notice we've got a rubber floor. It's a little bit different than our typical rubber matted floors. This is a rubber tread design you'll see in a lot of high traffic areas, amusement parks, that kind of deal. This is sealed to the floor. This is not removable. Really easy to clean, really easy to sweep out if you want to bring a blower in here and blow it out. Really easy way. A nice alternative that we've started using a little bit as opposed to the rubber mats. Just got a different look to it, and it's becoming more and more popular. If you look right up against our drop wall here, we have got a full width of the tack room boot box. Nice and wide, nice and deep. You can fit water buckets in there. You can fit bandages, blankets, anything you so choose. Opens on both sides, carpeted in the bottom. Really nice setup on our drop wall. Great place to sit, great place to help you get up into your carpeted gooseneck. See a big OptiBrite light there at the front. We've got a couple in here, so we can turn night into day inside of this tack room with these lights. LEDs, pretty low power draw, so not going to draw your batteries down too quickly, and give you a lot of light in here to see what you need to do if you need to organize at the end of the show and you're packing up and getting ready to go home, or you've got an early morning and you're heading out to the show. Also, you'll notice two big bus windows over our gooseneck. Really nice way to get some airflow in here. Whether you've got musty saddle pads, whether you're gonna throw a mattress up there for a quick weekend. Really nice spot and get a little cross breeze going through. Speaking of, if you ever wanna spend some time in here on the weekends and you decide one day you wanna make a little more of a weekender out of this, these are all pre-framed for AC. One of those deals that it's a whole lot easier to do it at the factory and have the pre-frame work set on there. And that is a standard measurement for any AC to plop right down in there. And again, something else we could probably do for you in our shop, something would really set this trailer apart. Behind me, you'll also notice we've got a shelf. Good spot for storage, has a big lip on it, so nothing's gonna come rolling out of it. And just below that, we've got a blanket or a coat rack, coat bar, clothes bar. I'll think of the word sooner or later. Great place for show coats, show shirts, anywhere. Keep them out of the truck, keep the clutter out of your truck, and keep things up against the wall here, kind of out of the way. Really nice, just added feature again that Cimarron does, and kind of thinks of those people that are on the road a little bit more than most. We'll come around here to the back wall. Straight away, we've got these big bridle hooks. Really tall, deep off of the wall. Good spot for just about anything you need to hang, whether it's bridles, halters, shanks, or some extension cords or hoses. And secondly to that, another little feature that Cimarron does is they carpet the back wall. A couple different reasons for this. Number one and number two, I think they're equally as important, and I like both reasons quite a bit, is number one, we're gonna stop the old bit marks and metal marks from all your stuff hanging and swinging while you're in transit. Just kind of makes the trailer look a little grungier. And secondly, sound deadening. Just on the other side of this wall is your horses. Obviously, safety for our horses is paramount, and designing these trailers and bringing these trailers along and working with Cimarron and just kind of that added thought that they put into stuff that they design, I think makes a big difference. So no longer we have these metal bits hanging, beating on this wall and echoing. Your front horse stall is right here. His head's going to be right here, so you don't want that banging around on him, making loud noises, causing him to spook. We also, behind our saddle rack, have got a 25-gallon onboard water tank. Really handy if you're on the road at a gas station or a truck stop and you want to water off your horses if you've been on the road for a while. If you do some trail riding out in the mountains and there is no water accessible, just a great spot to have some water. It's on a little pedestal there, you'll notice, and can fit a 5-gallon bucket right under there, fill it up with water. We also include a short hose so you can run it right outside your tack room and fill them up outside. Fill those up at your barn before you take off, and you've got 25 gallons of portable water with you. Really handy feature. High Country's shaped them just perfectly to fit in that little corner and use some of that, what was normally wasted space. So we like those quite a bit. You'll see above and to the left of that water tank, we've got another one of those bright light, OptiBrite lights, just right inside your door. If your saddle rack swung out to the side, it'll light that up. It'll light just about everything up in this room. And a very spacious tack room that we have here. I think we're 4 feet on the short wall and 8 feet on the long wall there, or 6 feet on the long wall there. And a lot of room in here to store your stuff, a lot of ways to organize it. We like how these tack rooms turned out quite a bit, and they're very, very utilitarian. So, stepping on outside. Notice the big step too. A lot easier than trying to climb in and out. We've gained at least 6 inches there, so it makes a big difference. Coming along, we'll kind of keep going along the bottom half here. Right away, you'll need to notice kind of a half-size running board. That's because we are an extra wide trailer, so we're going to have a little bit of fender well inside the trailer, but we lose quite a bit on the outside. More in terms of safety, I think these are a really cool addition that we've started doing here with Transwest and Cimarron. Cimarron's been doing them for a lot of their different trailers. We started putting them on a lot more of them. It's just an added turn signal. Everybody knows how all the other drivers are on the road, and we won't go any deeper into that than we need to, but when you're hauling your horses down the road, I think the more lights the better. More options you have to signal what your intentions are and show to other drivers what you're doing, and just more lights are good. I never have a problem with lights. Not only do they look cool, there's a safety aspect to it too. And so this is an integrated, it's going to act as a running light when your headlights are on at night. It's also going to act as a turn signal. We've got one on the driver and passenger side. Really cool little feature. I like it. Again, you can never have too many lights, especially with the way people drive these days, and make your intentions known, use your signals. And this is just one more excuse, not excuse for other people to see what you're doing and let you know what you're doing. Next, we're going to go to our axles. We are riding on dual 6,000-pound Dexter torsion axles. Really like these a lot. 16-inch wheels and tires, 10-ply. Again, back to the Goodyears. I think the Goodyear name speaks for itself. I think the aluminum wheels really dress up the look of these. Nice style. Functionality, electric brakes. Always make sure you've either got an integrated brake controller that's functioning or an aftermarket brake controller that functions. Always want to have your brakes working on your truck and trailer. I tell people a lot of times it's not just about going, it's about stopping too. And that's a big aspect in trailering, in the trailering world, is making sure you have functioning brakes, especially out here in the mountains too. You want to be able to stop just as much as you want to be able to go. So working our way up the side, you'll notice we've got a bunch of big tie hooks, mirror image of the tie hooks on the other side as well. So if you've got 3 horses and 2 get along and 1 doesn't, you can put 1 over here and 2 on the other side, or if all 3 are buddies, they can all tie up right here together, no problem. Extra large bus windows on our butt side, a lot of airflow with those, and a little bit bigger than the average size too. So we're gonna still move a lot of air through these. Really nice style. Moving up beyond that, we've got a couple extra marker lights. I wish it wasn't so sunny and we're talking a lot about lights today, but just a couple extra marker lights along the roof line just dresses it up a little bit more and more visibility. You can never be seen enough when you're hauling your horses down the road. Along with those marker lights, we've also got an awning light. Again, right below our tie hooks, great spot to tack up at night or early in the morning. You're gonna be able to see a lot of what's going on with that light. It's gonna flood light all the way back to our cameraman or beyond him, and makes a big difference if you've got an early morning show or a late night and you're fumbling around with a flashlight on your cell phone. We've got that to help you out instead. Moving around to the back, right away we're a full 50-50 split on the rear doors. Rubber mats all up the sides of our doors. This is a step-up trailer with a bumper on it. If a ramp is something that is a must-have for you, that's again something we can do in our shop and add on for you. If we have a trailer on the lot that you really like and it has a ramp and you don't want the ramp, we can remove a ramp for you and add a big rubber bumper. Also as well, if we're building something from Cimarron, we can do just about anything you want. We can do a 60-40 rear split, a 50-50 rear split, and add or delete a ramp, all of the above. Coming in here to the floor, we're a rubber matted floor in the horse area. All aluminum construction on the Cimarrons, including our floor, including our framework. Cimarron floors, they do 4 inches on center, so you're always gonna have a horse's foot on a cross member. Really sturdy construction, really proven method, very strong. The rubber mats aren't gonna make, and the aluminum aren't gonna make your life completely maintenance free. There is gonna be a little bit of maintenance involved with that, cleaning them out, pulling them out once a year, depending on your usage, rinsing all of that muck and urine out of there. And a great tip that I've learned recently is add a little baking soda underneath your mats before you put your mats back in. That'll really counteract all the acidity of the horse urine under your mats. If you are looking to get into a completely maintenance-free lifestyle of floor maintenance in your trailer, we can install, we have a vendor just north of Denver that can install worm flooring, which is it's a rubberized pour-in type flooring, and it's completely impenetrable. So no more pulling mats out, no more rinsing everything out and pressure washing it out. It's just a clean and a rinse of the top layer, and you're done. That's it. No more pulling mats, spreading baking soda. You know, keep it clean and tidy, and that's going to keep your floor maintenance free. Again, something that we can add on after the fact, or if you're building one through us in Cimarron, we can add from the factory. They will also do the worm pouring flooring from the factory. Stepping inside, another cool Cimarron feature, everything is one-handed operation. They're slam latches, so they're meant to be, as the name implies, slam shut. And again, one-handed operation. We're leaning a little bit to the other side, but we've got a lot of spring on this door, so it wants to swing open for us. Little add-on feature we did here with this trailer too is we did some holdbacks. Now, the manufacturer recommends, whenever you're traveling, to have your doors in the closed position in their slam latch. Say you've got to move a lawnmower to a service, or you're taking a quad or an ATV on a trail ride. That's why we've done these hold opens. We've done it on the big stud divider as well. Hold these open. Slide your ATV, your quad, your lawnmower in here. You're good to go. These aren't going to be swinging back and forth. Again, 90% of the time you're using this trailer or more, we suggest that these stay closed. But if you do have a case where you're hauling something, whether it's hay, whether it's an ATV or a gator or something like that in for service, just a really handy method. Also, if you happen to be on a steep hill and you're on an incline and those springs aren't going to hold those all the way open and you need to get somebody in this first stall, great way if you're by yourself to hold those out of the way, unclip them, slam latch them shut, and you're good to go. You'll notice our first stall is a full stud divider, padded dividers on both dividers, both sides. And you'll notice too that we've outfitted this one with some hay mangers. So all three spots have a fabric bag, easily clipped in and out. Can also, I'll show you when we get to the driver's side, can also very easily open up those jail bars and get in there if you want to throw some hay, feed, or water to the head side of your horses. We can take care of that for you. Moving along to the top of this trailer, you'll notice we've got two-way roof vents for each horse, and a Cimarron feature that is top-notch is their insulated roof. Not only is it insulated, it's got a pretty good R factor. We'd really like to bring some thermometers in here and do a comparison test between some of our competitors with just the aluminum sheeted roof and the insulated roof that we have here. It's kind of a honeycomb design, so to speak. And to tell you right away, the real feel, if you walk into one of these on a 90-degree day, it's got to be the real feel. It feels like 10 degrees or so. So a big difference if you're hauling in the summer heat. Makes a lot of difference. If you're hauling in the winter, you'll hold a lot of that heat in too if you close up some of these windows and you've got 2 or 3 bodies, big, 1,000-pound horses in here. They'll keep it nice and warm. So really nice feature of the Cimarrons is that roof. The two-way roof vents. Again, while we're still looking up, you'll notice 3 of the big OptiBright lights in here. Again, no shadows, no horses are going to be scared of walking into a dark trailer. It's not going to be a big black hole for him to walk into. And really, really nice way to function at night, whether it's early mornings or late evenings. Slam latches. We made this a little extra long so that we can swing that divider all the way open instead of having it be a telescope or a sliding or a folding. Because we are extra long and extra wide, we've decided to go with kind of the fabric rear bar here, or rear partition, so to speak. Decided at some point probably a bar that long, a solid bar that long is probably a safety concern, and most definitely going to be an awkward thing to deal with as you're loading your rear horse. So we like that method a lot more. Pretty simple. So coming around to our driver's side profile shot's going to look a little different. Right away you'll see we've got the big wide open drops on the head side. We like these drop windows. They're first and foremost, they're massive. So you see how much free flowing air is going to come in here. You will notice that we've got two different sizes. We've got a little bit smaller one on the first one, that's for our escape door. But we really like these big drop windows. They're solid, fully framed out, really heavy duty doors on their own latches. My other favorite thing about these is the jail bars. Obviously when you're traveling, you don't want your horses sticking their heads out. Really great way to keep the airflow. But the second thing I like most about these is no hardware to get these on and off. If you want to drop this down, if you need to get in there, drop some hay, some water, some feed, you can do that very easily. To put it back up, fits right inside that notch, almost hands-free completely. No latches. We really like that method. Slam closed. Slam closed. You've still got some smaller bus windows in there if you are traveling in winter and want to keep a little airflow going in there, but obviously you don't want to freeze them out. Great way to do that. Little bit smaller of a drop window on the escape door just because of the framework and the design. Still lets a lot of air in. Still has a small bus window in it. Double latches on our escape door. We do the big paddle latch for safety, obviously. This has a latch on the inside, so if your horse is a little nosy, don't want him to be able to open this up while you're in transit. Good shot of another hay manger there. Also a really good spot for storage. I'll move this out of Jody's way. And if you're just taking two horses with you, you've got a full stud divider there. So if you've got some totes, if you've got some tack trunks, they're not going to slide under your horse's feet. It's just an extra spot. Obviously we've got a big tack room in this trailer, but you know, storage is never a bad thing when you're going to horse shows. Close this back up and get you a good look at the full side of this trailer. Double latch again. You've got more tie hooks on the side. We've got another awning light above. Might be a little easier to see more of our marker lights in the shadows over here this morning. Again, we've got our integrated side turn signal too, marker light and turn signal. Again, just making people on the road more aware of what you got going on, what your intentions are. Keeping your horses and everybody else on the road safe. Really like the side profile of this trailer. Coming back around to the front. Again, my name's Luke Sullivan. Give me a shout anytime on my cell phone. My phone number is 859-509-1282. If you have any questions about this trailer or anything else we have in inventory, a good reference point is go on our website. You can plug this stock number right into our website. It'll pull this trailer straight up for you. We've got a ton of pictures on it. The number on it is 5N230146. Thanks for your time, everybody. Have a great day.